The story. So we introduced these a while back. We have not been able to get this model for 2 years. It's just been one of those things, right? You know, some things it's just really tough to get them. We finally got them back. There's over 160 5-star reviews on this, customer pick. People love them. I think it's because you can use them for anything. They're a great emergency lantern, obviously. I love how they work. You simply open it up and it turns on the light, and they are super duper bright. All right, the battery operated, nothing to plug in here. You can adjust the light by pushing them down, so if you only want a little bit of light, you can do that as well. But if you are a camper, boater, fisherman, outdoor enthusiast, you're taking the dog for a walk, whatever it is, 2 of these tack lanterns are awesome. They're only $29.95 for 2. You choose 2 of the gray, 2 of the red, or you can get 2 of the blue. I would advise keeping one in your vehicle. It's always smart. You never know when you may need one to signal somebody, or if something, you have an emergency in the car and you need light to look under the hood or the trunk or whatever. So maybe one at home. If you want to order more than 1 set, not a bad idea. These sold out before and it took us 2 years to get them back. The item number is 520013. We made it the pick in the hour because I think it universally across the board, everybody needs light. You know, you go through a power failure for a couple days and man, light is a premium, right? If you're an outdoor enthusiast, they're fantastic. You know, you can set them far away. They're virtually indestructible, by the way. You can set them off in the distance of your campsite to make the bugs go follow them and not you. It's really ideal. We have Lou Caputo, who is standing by, ready to Skype in. Lou, they are finally back, buddy. Took us 2 years to get them, but we got them.
Yeah, I know, that was a long time, but I'll tell you what, these are awesome lights here. And there's some really cool features on these, because we sold some similar to these a couple years ago, but they've actually added a couple cool things to these. For instance, if I flip this one over and you look at the bottom, there's 3 very, very strong magnets on the bottom of this. So you can actually use this and attach this to any metal surface that you want. So that's awesome if your car breaks down, you need to stick it to the side of it, the side of an electrical box or refrigerator or whatever it is, okay? There's also a hook here. I love the hook because we have a market umbrella in our backyard and we can hang it from that, and then you get all this beautiful light. So when you're having, you know, parties and friends over or whatever, you can use it for that. Kids can use it in tents, so it's really wonderful for that. Has the carry handles on it right here that fold down, and you were showing how this worked before, and I'm just gonna pull this guy open just so you could see how much light comes out of that.
Wow.
I mean, it is a ridiculous amount of light. There are 3 Cobb LEDs inside of this. That stands for chips on board. So they're not really bulbs. They use very little power. They put out a tremendous amount of light. And this is one of those things where you can dim it just by pushing it in, and that's going to limit the amount of light that's coming out there until it turns off when it goes all the way down. You can see this from 2 nautical miles away, so it's awesome for boaters. And you know, it puts out about 365 lumens of light, and I want to show that to you because this is kind of a cool thing. I'm going to turn the lights down in my studio here, and I just want you to see how much light comes off of this.
Wow.
To the point where, look at the wall behind me. You can see my shadow on the wall behind me. And that wall is probably about 6-8 feet behind me. So you could see, that throws a lot of light, Guy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the whole room is lit up there. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
it's great for blackouts.
We did the same thing here, and you can see, I mean, there is a lot of light, and you're gonna get 2 of these. Now, I wanna add that these come with a lifetime warranty. They're virtually indestructible. I think that's another big thing people love is they're used to replacing their flashlight every year. These you will have year after year after year. If you have any issues with them, you call the sales representatives, they'll replace them for you, and honestly, you can't even really look at them. They are that bright. We've got 2 of them hanging here, and you can see how well the 2 light up the room. So, and Lou, you know, you never know when just your power is gonna go out, right? And you have these, and you can adjust the light simply by shrinking them down. Try to do this one without messing it up. Look, I'll do one just like halfway. So if you just want a little bit light, like a night light, right? Or a light for the, you know, maybe in the bathroom or wherever, you know, wherever you need it, you can adjust the amount of light simply by pulling down on it.
Yeah, it's that easy to do. Well, and these are great for camping. They're great for anything you're going to do outdoors at night. You know, you mentioned that these are really good for blackouts, and that's true too. I mean, again, look at the shadow behind me. You got to understand how much light it takes to do something like that. You know, I even got a little light creeping in through the windows behind me there, and you can actually see that. And if I walk even closer to the camera, just to give you an idea, I'm going to go out of focus a little bit, but just so you could see how crazy, crazy bright this light is. That's what's so amazing about this, is just, this is just a super, super bright light. And again, as you said, off, look at that, I disappear. on. I mean, that's what's incredible. This is a quality light, guy. For the money to get two of these, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, and if you want to, again, you want to get a brand new HSN credit card, $10 in your account on your first purchase, you can get these for $19.95. It's a good thing to sign up for if you would like. Read the reviews. There are so many 5-star reviews on this product. Last time I checked, there was like 150, 160, and I read through them, and what people love is they can rely on it, and they love the amount of light. You know, normally when you do a lantern, it doesn't have the same power that a regular flashlight generates, and I think it's because with a regular flashlight, they put a reflective mirror behind it. They do the same with this, Lou. If you look in the light, and on the top, there's reflective mirrors that radiate that light outward, which is where you get all that power from.
Yeah, well, that's true, and that's the thing, is that it's all about the reflectors that they put in these. I mean, let's face it, Bell & Howell's been around for over 110 years. They know a little something about lighting. I mean, they've actually won Academy Awards for advancements in lighting. So, you know, they have been on the forefront of developing this sort of LED technology. But I want to show you this quick comparison right here, because right here I've got a traditional, you know, lantern, and this is an LED lantern too. It's dimmable. I can turn that light on right there, and you can kind of see that it's glowing. Now, look what happens when I open ours, though. Look at the difference in the quality of light coming off of these two. If you look at my hands, this one right here is getting a tremendous amount of light from our lantern. This one, you can barely tell that that's even on. But I want to show you something else too, because remember, this has magnets on them. So there are practical reasons to want to get this, because, you know, when you look at the electrical box I've got next to me here, if we're in a blackout situation, okay, you're not going to be able to see anything inside of this, especially if you've got to work with something on here. Look at the way I can open this up here. You can see inside of it right there. I mean, there's plenty of light. And if I turn the lights off again, I just want you to see. Now look at that. It's like I never did anything. You know, the lights never went off because of how much light, the quality of light. And it's a beautiful, clear white light. You see that too? Oh, it's a very true white light that comes off of these.
Hey, you could put them in rooms, you know, areas where you don't have power. You know, like, you know that I've got I have basically a tool shed that's, I have no electricity out there. You know, it's one of those ones that came, you know, they assembled it at the place. I never put power out there because I don't really do anything but store stuff, but it's always dark. There's one small window in the back, but she doesn't really put enough light inside. And I will not go in that shed at night because Lord knows what's crawling around in there. So if you have light, it makes all the difference in the world. I told everybody too, Lou, you could put this in, bring this in your car, because the visibility, and I think is it 2 miles, Lou?
It's 2 nautical miles. Wow. Yeah, 2 nautical miles. I mean, that's far.
That's a long distance. So think about it. If your car dies somewhere and you're in the middle of nowhere, you can take the light and people will be able to see you from 2 miles away. That's a big deal.
Well, no, it is a big deal. And also think about this. In a blackout situation, you don't want to have to worry about batteries, okay? This uses 3 AA batteries, and because of the cob LEDs that are in these, they last a super, super long time, as opposed to the one I was showing you earlier, this kind of sad, you know, big lantern I've got right here. This uses D-size batteries. Have you ever tried to find a D-size battery in a blackout? You know what I mean? Plus, these LEDs from days of old, they use a lot of juice, okay? Ours do not. So you're gonna get a lot more runtime out of them, a much brighter light. I mean, just all around. It's just a better mousetrap, so to speak, you know?
And if you wanna pick colors, I still have them available that you can get 2 in the silver gray, you can get 2 in the blue, and then they come in the red as well. And remember, all you do when you want to turn them off is just push them all the way down. That automatically turns them off, and it also gets them nice and compact so you can take them when you're traveling. Pick whatever color you like. Whoever orders, we will give you 2. $29.95 is our best price. FlexPay means you can split the payments up, only $9.98 on your credit card. Read the reviews. You know, this is one of those things that people who plan ahead have, right? So get these as part of your emergency kit. You'll wind up using them every day, and the nice thing about using batteries in them is you can always find batteries to replace them. I agree with Lou. The best thing I ever did was switch lights to LED, because LED does not use heat. It's not an incandescent bulb. It doesn't burn like a wire does inside of a bulb, inside a vacuum. What this does is it sips minimally power off the battery, so people get hundreds of times the amount of time with a brighter light, which is why everybody switches to them. Which is why, if you look like at LED, like solar lights, they're always twice the price of incandescent lights now because they're better. They're a better light and they're a better choice. They're better for the environment as well. $29.95, 520-013. Lou, thank you so much. Appreciate it, buddy.
You're very welcome, Guy. Good seeing you.
You too. We'll see you again soon. All right.
Yep.
We're going to take a break. Before we do that, it was my other pick of the show, but I couldn't fit it in the box, and it's our mattress pad. That is coming up. So if you need to protect your mattress or give it more